Yelling hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it. That's how you know we lit.
Trust, me taking no loss. We be the hottest on the scene. Gemstones from the dust. Big dog with your leash. Where's the love in the streets? Pour my heart on the beat. See that blood on my sheets. Yeah, when we ready, me hit it heavy. I zoom out the pride of my people already. Them I see Ellie. Me, I'm just sharing my journey. I'm thankful that people they hear me. Tribe of Joseph, I'm ahead of the bunch. P5, I was starving for months. A running cutscene, but on my pockets, me need my DNA. Baby for lunch, probably call me a star before BBC. Don't take a lot to get rid of me. Me and them no get the same. Me and them no get the same. For I die, they gon' know who the name is. They say I move like I'm nameless. Cause I only got for the money bags. And I don't really wanna be famous. You know what's up. You know what's up. You know pretend. Living a lie. We don't be gang. You know what's up.
Crazy, we going crazy. We at the top and we never gonna stop. Hop in a ghost, I'ma get swayzy. I just got off of the jet and I cry. My I win in a Humvee, I lie. I be on go cause I come from the shot. I'm shooting back, I ain't ducking no shots. Got power like Samson, I cut off the locks. Chirac, Timber, in the cut like I'm Fredo Santana. Buju Banton, I hop in the Bama, the world is mine. I'm Tony Montana, I'm Pelican Fly. Diamonds on me cause I'm rapping a rock. I'ma go hard, I ain't killing them soft. I'm up in the hills, I feel like I'm Lauren, you ready or not? I like who got businesses, I'm CEO of mine. 1980 Prezi Rolly, we been working overtime. The witness, the police, the pigs, I don't eat swine. Son of Jacob, this biblical, my flow, the holy guy. Save money ground up in the gutter where they found us. Stones in the faint.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the New York Giants and the Washington Commanders. So here's Kaimi Fairbairn to do the honors, and we are underway from FedEx Field. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10, as they're down to the 29-yard line. A give running right, Gibson. Down at the 25. These two teams getting a couple of late season tilts this year. Their first meeting was not too long ago. back in Week 12. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option. You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh? With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it. Sliding out of the pocket. Got a man, it's Gibson, complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. 49, check 49, check 49. Check 3.
A give to Gibson running right. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They'll run with Gibson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards and a Giant first down. With that run, double-check my math, yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers in NFL history. That means he just sped past Terrell Davis, who's in the Hall of Fame. And now he's just got to go ahead and be strong and run hard because he's chasing down Larry Zonka. With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Again, it's Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did that time for a loss.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. picked off by Cole Holcomb, and the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Faking the handoff. Howell rolling to his right. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Peters. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger gain.
They'll run with Gibson. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Howell. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Kayvon Thibodeau from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Washington on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 16. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Giants are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, it's difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
They'll run with Barkley. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now Jones. And this is going to be incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
On 2nd and 7, Powell. That's going to be caught by Samuel. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down.
Powell from the gun.
And that is incomplete.
Right, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future as they look ahead to the offseason. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Here's a give to Gibson. Pretty move. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. Now they'll have it first and goal following that gain of 17. On first down, right back to Gibson. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Now Howell. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Commanders go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now 14-0. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. The 20, 10, touchdown, Giants. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Giants are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
They'll go play action. Howell. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Aaron Robinson. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. We remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. Jones' throw brought in by Bellinger. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
For a tight end, he's got good straight-line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Kendall Fuller in on the stop.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. Another good run there. He's been good all season long. I don't know if he's going to win that MVP award, but just to be in the discussion, obviously that means he's had a great run.
The raw numbers put him in the discussion. Can he carry his team to enough victories? Can he put them in a spot where we say to ourselves, well, an MVP carries his team to the playoffs. That's what he's going to need in order to get that award.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Up the middle they run. Here's Dillon. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll run here with Dillon. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Try to punch it in, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. The Commanders' defense looking for a stop here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Dillon. Oh, he's going to be brought down a few yards short of the goal line, and they're going to be unable to stop the clock from here. So close yet so far, and that's going to be how this first half will come to an end. So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Commanders on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. Over the middle, complete. That's Potter. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 more yards for him there. It's a 1st down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
At this point in the game, and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
52 is the mark, bro. 52.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones, he dumps it off to Barkley. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds him again, Saquon Barkley. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 40. The 3rd down conversion successful, a gain of 11. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Off play action, Jones. He finds his man, complete. It's Potter. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there are going to take this to about the 10-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. A handoff to Barkley on the option. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Chase Young able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Chalk that up as their 1st sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the 1st half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback. This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
He's crossing. He's checking cross.
Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 66 yards rushing for him now to this point.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed 1st down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the 1st, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Hal to throw on 2nd down. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, with talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the 3rd quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get him going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Aaron Robinson. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football.
That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout.
Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to fourth down. They'll run for it with Barkley, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Saquon Barkley denied on fourth down. And the Commanders come through with a fourth down stand. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Powell down to throw it. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. Sly able to put this one through. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. Well, no field goal attempts for him until the final quarter, but no hesitation on his end. He comes right out and nails his first field goal try.
I'll give him a lot of credit, too, because he stood there the entire ball game, but has managed to stay with it both mentally and physically. When they called on him, he was ready, and he knocked it through the posts.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time they were stopped on fourth down, had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is, because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on fourth down, do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they've got something for us? Or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves, let's get back out there and move the ball again?
And is it different when you get stopped on fourth versus punt? Is that more motivation for the defense, a little more confidence?
I think as a defense, you're so excited with a fourth down stop. Making them punt, that's your goal anyway. But a fourth down stop, that's almost a sign of disrespect that they went for it in the first place. And when you get that, you feel great about yourselves.
Out of the gun now on third down. And they get Jones for the third time in this ball game. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick-6 for a Washington touchdown. Oh, that's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today.
Picked off by Cameron Curl, and he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Sly on for the extra point.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. On the draw, this is Barkley. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Here's 2nd and 9.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 9. Airing this one out for Evans. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Mike Evans, 50 yards.
And the Giants have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Gibson here running out of the gun.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
On first down, Howell.
Dancing to his left.
Over the middle, he gets it to Gibson.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11. Off play action. It's Howell.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Howell completing the quick throw out wide.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Well, every lineman knows the rule. You only get a 1-yard buffer beyond that line of scrimmage, and then the flag is thrown, and he got tagged for it there. On 2nd down, a run with Gibson.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd.
Here we go.
3rd and long. Here's Howell.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And now this 4th quarter becoming very interesting. That pick 6 makes this a 1-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be.
Decent start defensively to this series. They've got to stop them here and get this ball back.
I like the way you phrase that, partner. Decent start. But now it's got to be more about the ball. It's all about the ball. Getting it away from them, because making good tackles is one thing, but the clock will run out on you. You've got to have the football back for your offense.
And this is going to be a Commander's first down as the tackle made here at the 36.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Back to Robinson now on first down to about the 40-yard line. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 2nd down and a run by Robinson.
And some room to maneuver.
It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington first down.
I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Now a first carry for their fullback. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He'll buy some time right.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back.
On 3rd down, Robinson. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Commanders come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So a victory here for the Commanders. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for Washington, they get that important 10th win to finish the regular season at 10-7.
And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for the Giants,
it'll be double digits in losses as they fall to 7-10 for their final mark.
And I think you have to say, ultimately, this was a team that really underachieved.